Hi and welcome to another bedtime story. Today I'm going to have a look at You're So Clumsy Charlie by Jane Binion and it's illustrated by Colin Shelbourne. Meet Charlie. He's about your age. Charlie lives with his mum, his dad and his grandma. 2 brothers, 2 sisters and Scruffy the dog. Charlie is just like any other child his age and likes to have lots of fun. But he seems to get into a lot more trouble than the others. 2 out of 10 in your maths, 1 out of 10 in your English, 3 out of 10, minus 1 house point. Oh my goodness. Charlie felt bad. He didn't want to go to school. His mum and dad were worried about him. It was nearly the school holidays and mum and dad agreed Charlie needed a break. So, Friday evening, mum and dad and Charlie got the train. They were going to see dad's sister, Auntie Bella. Charlie hadn't seen Auntie Bella for a long time. Auntie Bella lived by the sea in a big colourful house. She wore the most patterned clothes. Auntie Bella was so nice. She hugged them and bought them all dinner of all sorts of lovely food. In Charlie's excitement, he knocked his glass of juice all over the table. Charlie felt terrible. Auntie Bella just laughed. "You're just like me, Charlie. How wonderful." "Wonderful?" "I ruin everything." "No, you don't." Auntie Bella had an idea. Look at that light bulb. The next morning, Dad and Charlie went to the beach to find some shells. Charlie could name every one of them. He told his dad fantastic stories about the creatures of the sea. Then they went to meet Auntie Bella. Auntie Bella had organised a surprise picnic. "I'm an actor, I'm a photographer, I'm an author, I'm a teacher, I'm a banjo player, I'm a web designer, I'm a cake maker, I am a detective." Charlie had the best picnic ever. Everyone was talking and laughing. No one shouted when things got knocked over. That evening, Auntie Bella explained to Charlie that all those wonderful people were just like him and her. The scruffy handwriting, the tripping up really doesn't matter once you've found out what you are good at. That night Charlie had fun, happy dreams about swimming with dolphins and playing tennis with an octopus. Look at that octopus. How many rackets can you see? He awoke full of beans the next day. He sat in the early morning sunshine drawing and writing stories from his dreams. Charlie hadn't done that for a long time. Look at all those beautiful fish. Over the next few days, Charlie and Auntie Bella wrote stories about the sea, while Dad cooked yummy food. All too soon it was time to go home, but Charlie was looking forward to seeing his mum and family again. He was even excited about school. As Charlie and Dad got on the train, Auntie Bella gave Charlie a present. Barry's Big Adventures by Charlie. She had his best story turned into a book, which of course... Sorry, I missed a page, guys. Back at school, Charlie still knocked things over, tripped up and couldn't catch. But his teacher was so impressed with his book that he entered him into the story writing competition. School notice. Children's story competition. Tuck shop football team, girls rugby. Which of course he won. And his story was read out to the whole school. Charlie was given a certificate and his picture in the paper. You're so clever, Charlie. So Charlie was still clumsy and forgetful and lost things, but more importantly, he knew he was clever and creative, which made him confident and cheerful. What are you good at? The end.